Good morning. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Elected officials, guests, and staff, I'm Laura Johnson. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer at West Grey, and it is my pleasure and honor to be hosting this portion of today's meeting. Mr. Hewlett has confirmed that we are live streaming, so I'd like to welcome Mayor-elect, Deputy Mayor-elect, and Councillor-elect. At this moment, I would also like to welcome the grades 6 and 7 students from Edgehill School to sing our national anthem.
We haven't practiced this yet. We have practiced the singing, not the entrance. Congratulations to the council.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in our lifeless command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, and please be seated. We are now at the declaration of office portion of our agenda. I will call upon each member to stand and make their declaration. Clerk Eckenswiller will assist me as we make our way around the horseshoe. I'd like to begin with Mayor-elect Eccles.
I, Kevin Eccles, have been elected or appointed to the office of mayor in the municipality of West Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it may be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect if made under oath. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Eccles. Deputy-elect Hutchinson.
I, Thomas Hutchinson, have been elected or appointed to the office of Deputy Mayor in the municipality of West Grey. Do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially exercise the office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof the exercise in this office in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear the allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is the excuse me, and is of the same, therefore, effect as made under this oath. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Council-elect Forrester.
I, Scott Foister, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of West Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truthfully, faithfully, impartially exercise the office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not and will not receive payment or reward or promise therefore of for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner. I disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is in the same force and effect as made under oath.
Thank you, Councillor Forrester. Council-elect Shea.
I, Jeffrey Shea, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of West Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, and I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you, Councillor Shea. Council-elect Noon.
I, Joyce Noon, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of West Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, and I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as it is made under oath. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Noon. Councillor-elect Townsend.
I, Doug Townsend, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of West Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received or will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect if it's made under oath.
Thank you, Councillor Townsend. Council-elect Hutchinson.
I, Doug Hutchison, have been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of West Grey. Do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you, Councillor Hutchinson. And with that, please join me in congratulating the 2022 to 2026 Council for the Municipality of West Gray. Congratulations. And with that, I would like to turn the meeting over to Mayor Eccles for the balance of the agenda.
Thank you, Laura. First, let me say, I want to say thank you to Bill McMeekin for piping us in again. Bill was a longtime friend and does it magnificently. Even though he is a Southgate resident, we still like him. And also, I'd like to say thank you to the Edge Hill School, grade 5s and 6, grade 5, 6, 7s, for their rendition today for opening the meeting with Singing O Canada. So thank you to both of them. First, let me say thank you to the voters of West Gray for bestowing the honor on me of being mayor of your municipality again. Thank you. I've pledged to do everything possible to continue to make West Gray the #1 choice of where residents want to create a life for their family's future and the future success of our community as a whole. I'm excited to get to work with the 2022-2026 council team to deliver on our pledge. Working as a team, we will not always be agreeable 100% of the time. But once decisions have been made, teammates always work together to nurture the successful delivery of those decisions. Lastly, and I know this will surprise you because I have a microphone in front of me, I'm going to keep this very short. Lastly, doing what is popular is not always right. And doing what is right is not always popular. So our challenge moving forward is doing what is right for the betterment of our community of West Gray. Thank you. Thank you very much for the honor. Deputy Mayor Hutchison.
Thank you, Mayor Eccles. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The past 4 years, we faced many challenges, including a global pandemic that shocked the world and changed many of our lives. And I want to express my gratitude to the community for doing your part in keeping the spread of this virus to a minimum throughout West Gray. I also want to thank our frontline workers for the dedication to keeping us all safe. I'd like to thank the citizens of West Gray for their overwhelming support during the campaign and for the trust they've shown in electing me to this position. I promise to work hard as I have in the past 4 years, and will continue to support the enhancements to our wonderful municipality. To the West Gray staff, I thank you for your knowledge and expertise that you've brought and bring to the corporation. It has been a true pleasure working with you in the past, and I look forward to the next 4 years. Together, we can create a team atmosphere that will help us achieve our goals and meet the objectives we have in the next 4 years and beyond. I also look forward to working with Mayor Eccles and to my new colleagues on council. Each one of you brings a skill set to council that will help us move forward and make the difficult decisions that are ahead of us. We have a large hill to climb together and know full well that we are prepared and anxious to start this new term. I will help lead this council along with Mayor Eccles so that we can all achieve our goals, our collective goals, I apologize. We need to focus on doing the right thing for the community at large. We need to select the top 3 to 4 priority items in the next 4 years and do them flawlessly. We need to look at long-term projects and strive towards finding grants and funding options to help us deliver them. We can do all this as long as we focus on all of these and work together as a team. I'd like to thank the outgoing council for the years of service and wish them the best of health, happiness, and success in the private sector. And as promised, I will maintain an open door, open mind as your deputy mayor and will always put the municipality first. I look forward to your input on helping us shape the future of West Gray. And in closing, I'd like to thank my immediate family, and that would be Peg right through to our youngest grandson. Thank you for your ongoing support and your dedication to making things very supportive for me in my role as deputy mayor. Once again, thank you very much.
Mr. Forster, Councillor Scott.
I'd like to thank the residents of West Gray who supported and encouraged me during the past 5 years that have led up to today. I'm looking forward to working with the other members of council, the West Gray staff, and moving our municipality forward. Please feel free to share your ideas on issues affecting West Gray and any possible budget savings. Thanks.
Councillor Shea. Jeffrey.
Thank you. And I'd just like to echo the words that were said by the mayor at the introduction. I'm pleased to hear them and agree wholeheartedly. Thank you and thank the voters. I'd like to thank the voters for sending me back to council for a third term. I'm very happy to be here. And as the deputy mayor mentioned, the last 4 years have been upended by COVID. And we have to really remember that the effort that was made by the nurses, doctors, paramedics, and health professionals throughout the community, as well as teachers, businesses, workers, and municipal staff who rose to this incredible challenge. We've done there have been some less dramatic things during the last term of council as well. We struck a climate action committee and created a climate action plan. The committee provided input to the Gray counties and West Gray's official plans. These are guiding documents for land use planning decisions for years to come. So this is vitally important. We achieved a stable commitment to asset management, specifically to funding, repairing, and replacing bridges. We committed to bringing a new deputy fire chief on board. We approved and encouraged several housing developments throughout West Gray, including county-led affordable housing. Going forward, we'll have many challenging issues to face. Some we know about and others will surprise us. I'm looking forward to working with all the members of this new council to engage in constructive dialogue and decision-making. I look forward to serving with volunteers in the community and on our citizen committees. And I'm confident in our senior management team in the office and the West Gray staff in all of our facilities, including our library and police service, who I've gotten to know over the past years. So thank you.
And new councillor, Joyce New.
Good morning, Mayor Eccles, Deputy Mayor Hutchinson, Councillor Hutchinson, Councillor Townsend, Councillor Forster, Councillor Shea, Madam CIO Johnson, staff and visitors. I'd like to thank staff for organizing today's inaugural ceremony and congratulate to my fellow members on your appointments. It is an honor and a privilege to serve West Gray as your councillor. I look forward to my first term of council as I have the time and the dedication to fulfill this obligation. I strongly feel my experience and public service and the passion I have for people and my community will represent West Gray well. My goal is to be a voice of a collaborating team, representing West Gray with integrity and compassion to ensure strategic and efficient spending, community-based interaction, and a safe community that has all the services and infrastructure in place to provide an enjoyable community to live. I will strive to foster an environment of openness and transparency with the goal of building trust with our constituents. I pledge today to respect and listen to your ideas before making decisions, as all voices matter equally. Thank you.
Now to this side. Councillor Doug, Mr. Townsend.
Yeah, that narrows it down. First off, I would like to thank the residents of West Gray that voted for me. It's truly a great honor to serve as a counselor for you, and I will do my best to make you proud. I am excited for West Grey as we go into this next term of council. As I look around the council horseshoe here, there's a great mix of minds and backgrounds from around West Grey, each of us bringing something different to the table. Plus, this council has seasoned with veteran members to help guide us new members as we keep us moving forward. But the best thing I like personally about this group is that I have known, been a neighbor of, or have worked on a committee or board with each of them over the years. So I can see this group coming together as a team quickly, which will allow us to get down to work and get some projects back on track while laying another outstanding issue to bed and bringing the community back together again. In closing, I would like to thank the people that I don't thank often enough for their support. My daughter Jocelyn, my son Rory and his fiancee Hannah, my grandchildren Lily and Jonathan, and most of all, my wife Ann. Their support has meant the world to me over the years, and I wouldn't be here today without it. Thank you.
And Councillor Doug. Mr. Hutchison.
Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize because someone said that I had 5 minutes to speak, and maybe being a teacher, you know what that means. Anyways, good morning and thank you for coming out and cheering us on. Well, I am back. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years as I see many projects that are going to start and some that will come to completion. The last 4 years have been extremely trying, coming through a pandemic, but thanks to our West Grey staff, council has been able to accomplish many things, from purchasing land for a future police station, replacing the Lance Bridge along with 3 culverts, refurbishment of the Garifrax Bridge, playground upgrades in Eaton and Newstead, replaced with the many pieces of fire-saving equipment, upgrades at the Element Community Center, and replacement of underground services on Durham Road West, to name a few. Over this next term, there will be numerous items on our plate. Number 1 priority will be to move forward with our policing situation. We have a consultant's report which will give us some information about our police service versus OPP. We need to look at this data, but my feeling is the majority of West Grey residents want to keep our local police service. West Grey is growing, and we have pressures from within our settlement areas to keep building housing, along with pressures from on our boundaries to develop outside Hanover, Markdale, and Mount Forest. We need to work with our neighboring municipalities to get agreements on these. Along with this building, there continues to be demand for affordable housing, which is a priority. I also look forward to working with our county partners to see the new Rockwood Terrace build completed. As a council, and along with our West Grey staff, there are other priorities that need to be completed, such as our asset management plan, which will be very helpful in future planning, a climate action plan to guide us going forward to deal with the imminent global warming, the switching over of our Blue Box program cost to the producers, the streamlining of our whole waste management system, and along with the encouraging economic development growth guided by a strategic plan. Since my time on council 8 years ago, I've been harping about trails in West Grey and our responsibilities here. We have countless people that come to our area to hike, run, snowmobile, ATV, and enjoy our river system. Maybe it is time for us to create a master plan, not only for trails, but a recreation master plan for all of West Grey. As you can see, there are many tasks to be completed and projects to undertake. All this while aiming to be fiscally responsible during inflationary times. We have a big job on our hands. I'm ready for the task and look forward to working with this council over the next 4 years. Thank you for your confidence in us. And finally, I'd like to thank my family, my wife, Mary, for supporting me on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you to all the council members for those words. And yes, again, on behalf of all of council, thank you to the voters and to the residents that have bestowed this. I think it's a thank you, isn't it, Deputy Mayor Tahoe? Yep, of the responsibility of being your council and being leaders of the municipality. With that, we'll get down to the business. Mr. Clerk, we have one bylaw that's on the docket for this morning, 91-2022, confirming of the proceedings of council. in front of council members. Do I have a mover for that? Moved by Deputy Mayor Hutchison. Seconder? Councillor Noon. Any discussion on the bylaw? With that, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? That is carried. Very good. That's all the business, Mr. Clerk. This will be one of the longest council meetings that we have. In total jest, I will think. There's a lot to get to, and we have a lot of training set up, I believe, over the next couple of weeks, whether it's through county for some of the new members and for all members of council, and then certainly a lot of training for some of the new members. And as you will see, we've got a good diversion or spread of a new counselor. So any of the ones that have been on council, you'll have a new counselor sitting beside you. So you are their mentor. Oh, did I tell you that you were going to be the mentors there? Jeffrey, Tom, Doug? Conscientiously, you'll do that. Very good. That is all the business that is on the agenda. Seeing that the agenda has been completed, I will move that we stand adjourned until our next meeting, December 20th, I believe. No, sorry, November 29th. The second meeting is December 20th. So there you go, the first day, the first mistake that I've made, but I'll leave it at that. Please join us in the boardroom. I believe that staff have got a few very nutritious, calorie-free treats, coffee, tea, and please join us and converse and meet your new council for 2022-26. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate it.